in the battles, Deku acted like he got hurt, but people think, did he even get hurt in the battle? Which I'll say he kind of flicked himself in the side or hurt himself and showed some bruises. So he would have had where people don't think he's too overpowered and all that. And he would go on, and now he gets told about the USJ after the whole lunch incident happens, but Deku didn't try to calm it down at all. And he would be thinking that this dude must be an idiot, because how can it would be easier just to let All Might get through and threaten the teachers with the students, and if they don't just call him, and if he calls anybody else, they will just slaughter them all. And instead of spreading them out, they should just capture them in one area, watched over them. So yeah. So Deku would point that out, that the plan was dumb, that who even made this must be an idiot, which would tick off Shigaraki, saying, "What do you mean?" He would point out every flaw of the plan and saying, if your quirk is supposed to be some quirk that can decay, how about you just use the Nomu to grab All Might, and you just grab him by the neck and he's dead. And all that. But Deku would say even if he had the chance, he would have stopped it, because he isn't a bad hero, and Stain would be looking at Deku saying, "Why would you want to hold mate?" With him saying that, Stain saying he's out of the deal if they try and kill All Might. And he's not just going to kill random kids or, fake heroes. And he says, "I'm out on this mission." And Deku would say, "Well, I'm automatically going to have to be at the USJ, so might as well just watch, but I'm not in." Walking off. He'd be like, "But I told you so." With Stain and Deku looking back, saying that you don't control what we do. You're the one that asked us to be here. We can just leave. Walking off. With Deku saying, "This will be interesting. I wonder if they can actually even get close to killing All Might." Well, Deku's have been doing some research on stuff from the UA, going to files with, Nezu's office, giving it to Overhaul. And Overhaul's been using it, saying it'd work, and all that. So yeah. Deku. Or, yeah. So, Deku would be at the USJ. After he explained his quirk to the rest of the people, they would be pretty impressed of what his quirk can actually do. So, they would get to USJ with 13 giving the speech about quirks. Portal would open up, and all that. And the same thing can happen, but he didn't pay any attention to what Deku said, saying that this plan's foolproof. I don't know what he's talking about. Deku's seeing this, he says he really is an idiot. And Deku would just go ahead and, with Deku being teleported to a water area to make it authentic, is what he would say later, Deku bets. So he would get there, and he would just seen Mineta and Froppy, and would have swam up and got back on the boat. And I'd say, "We can get out of here." Then telling Froppy to grab onto him. And once you guys get close to the shore, swing off of him. And he would punch the water, send him upwards. She says, okay. I'm doing the plan. But when Deku punches the water with heat, he would make the water turn red for a second. But it would cool down after Todoroki, I'll say, shot a really iceberg that broke and hit it somehow. I'll just say that somehow that happened. Todoroki's a little closer. But yeah, so Deku would have just be walking, acting like he's trying to find somewhere to hide and taking down some villains. Not really hurting them, he'll just be knocking them out one by one, not really going after any. And Shigaraki would send a Nomu after him saying he's been annoying. I need to stop him. And he'd do this with him pretty much going ahead and went ahead and sent the Nomu after him saying, who do you think you are, telling me what to do earlier, and all that. And whenever he does this, the Nomu would chase after Deku, with Deku already knowing from whenever he targets him instantly. Deku would sidestep the Nomu with his great speed, making the Nomu trip on its own speed, sending it into a wall, or sending it to the, I'll say, the steps, and then would charge back and would start fighting Deku. He would think because Deku, he doesn't know Deku already had a quirk before this. Or if he did, he thought he was weak or something like that. And he just used his strength like Stain kind of does. But it's not. And Deku would take his heat wave, and he would start punching the Nomu constantly using the heat. And it would look like they're even matched, but Deku's constantly boiling the inside. And that's whenever I would see them fighting hand to hand. And he would cancel out the Nomu's quirk for a second. When Deku hit those punches in, heating up the Nomu's body while All Might's coming in. With Deku punching the Nomu so many times that its body completely melts apart, as it seems, and it would be sent flying, with Deku saying, that took me 100 mighty punches to defeat him today. So yeah. So they would have said that was designed to take down All Might, withstand his strength and all that with shock absorption. And this kid took it down. He was even matched with it before Aizawa jumped in. So yeah. So Deku would have defeated the Nomu because Shigaraki sent the Nomu after him and all that. And I'll say that what's his name, Overhaul, or not Overhaul, but what's his name? All for One seen this, and he would told him to, you're ignorant, you can't lead, so I'm giving leadership to Deku. But Deku's saying okay, and he would be making his own plan after the schedule that they got. And Deku would say that the next thing they're doing in 4 weeks or a month would be the USJ, or not, the sports festival, and they're probably still going to do it to show how strong the students are, to show how strong these villains must be, and all that. So yeah. and to show that heroes be stronger, showing that students that are about to become heroes to be in it. Because Deku had been told about the sports festival, and he would have told him to look for this guy named Overhaul to work up an agreement to use quirk erasing bullets on a bunch of heroes and say that they're just going to use them as field work. Just test them. They would say sure, and they would meet up with them, and he would tell them not to mention his name, saying that me and Overhaul don't really get along, and he might try to kill you guys. And he would explain his quirk, saying that essentially if you would to touch him and start to king him at the same time, he can pop you. So your quirks kind of like kill each other at when it's you guys touch. So yeah, which he would lie about that because we know at the beginning Shigaraki's quirk was super weak. So yeah. But yeah, so what would happen is that they would work out an agreement to get corporation bullets, and they would set out people that were following Stain with these bullets, and some overall gang would come and all that, with Deku going to a sports festival saying whenever I click the button, don't come in until then. And that's whenever Deku would go and start getting ready for his plan to eradicate people that he doesn't like. So yeah, so this is where I'll leave it off. Hope you like this. Lick that screen, and goodbye.